Said it's never too late to catch a vibe now, and it's never too late to state a fact. I said it's never too late to catch a ride now, and it's never too late to get on track. I'm talking never too late. The podcast.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of that Never Too Late podcast, the most lucrative podcast out here where the insight is going to always meet real talk. Fellas, what's going on?
How you feeling, man?
What's good, brother?
We up in here, man. Shout out to episode number 10.
Yes,
number
sir.
10, man. We done hit the double digits.
Yeah.
So as always, I'm your boy, Mr. Nick J. Cross.
It's your boy, Cam HK.
It's your boy, Jack wear a mask.
Jay Hare's in the building.
Young boy, young Marco, man.
And it's Kwamazing Grace, the cured COVID kid.
Cure.
Hey, well, shout out, man. All right, so we got a real good show for you. We got a real good show for y'all today. As you can see, like we said, shout out to our boy Kwame is back with us. What up to our brother? So, Mr. J. Hare, let's go ahead and get into this news rundown. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, in today's news, Governor Kemp has proceeded to sue Mayor Keisha Bottoms and the Atlanta Council after she announced plans to mandate masks and move the city back to phase 1 of quarantining. So these two have been going back and forth for the past couple weeks, and this only shows the immaturity and lack of care that he has towards the state. Next up, Fulton County has announced that they will be starting school on August 17th and will be completely remote. So they're following likes of DeKalb County is doing the same thing. Also, Cobb County as well. So keep that up too. Next up, we have our Black Excellence. A 6-year-old by the name of Kelly Boston Hill hosted a contactless social distancing book drive to benefit a nonprofit organization called the Book Fairies. And her efforts have been so successful that she has been able to collect more than 5,000 books and donate those to those people in need. So shout out to you, Kelly, and keep that greatness going. Back to you, Nick.
Jordan, appreciate that news as always, my brother. This man always be keeping us informed of all the stuff that's going on out here. Guys, that whole thing with Kemp. He just gives people like just a validation of why they're laughing at our country. You know, the governor of the state is suing his own state. It's all messed up. It's childish.
Using
Black women, man.
using taxpayer money at that.
We behind you, Keisha.
Been on test.
We
Right.
behind you, Keisha.
He making us sue Keisha. Like,
Right.
what?
It ain't us, man.
We paying
Right.
to ourselves.
We'll get into it. We'll get into it. All right. So let's go ahead and get into our first segment of the day. And what's brewing, man? So, guys, it has been some crazy stuff going on out here. So I'm going to go ahead and start this thing off, guys. So, all right. Megan Thee Stallion was shot over the weekend.
Tragic.
So, allegedly, Mr. Tory Lanez, one of her good friends, man, really good friends. You know, they always kicking it. He allegedly opened fire on her early Sunday morning after arguing with her and her friend. And we're told that the argument, it was started after they left the Hollywood Hills party. And at some point, they wanted to get out the car. Somehow, some way, the gun went off. Meg was shot in the foot twice. LAPD had to pull over Tory a little bit time later to get him. And yeah. So now I think he was, what was it? He was arrested for actually of a possession of a concealed weapon. So guys, let's go ahead and dive into it. How you guys feeling about what happened with Miss Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, man?
First of all, Meg, get well soon, man. We love you.
Oh, God. Friend of the party, too.
Yeah, man.
But this whole situation is wild. Wasn't Kylie wasn't that the third person involved? Something like that.
Kylie, right? I think Kylie Jenner was with them too, but I don't know where how she disappeared, man. Like she not even being mentioned right now no more. Like how she get erased from all this, man?
I didn't even know.
That privilege.
Call it what it is.
They look for the old copy. They can't recognize the new face. It's a completely different person.
But the way I look at it, bro, like I don't know, bro. I wonder what happened, bro, because Meg is only speaking so vague about it. Like,
Yeah, she's trying to protect whoever did it.
She's trying to protect. Yeah.
And like, why? You know, like if people finding out like right now, like it's allegedly Tory Lanez. That's what the source said. You know, like, shoot, Tory Lanez was the one that shot. You feel me? Like, why is she trying to protect dog? Like, was it an accidental shooting? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't get it, bro.
I feel like they got into it with somebody, and he tried to up the fire. And when he upped the fire, he shot her ass like an idiot.
Like,
I think the
watch
same
out.
thing, bro. I think the same thing for real.
That
But
gun went off by mistake, man.
But they also said there was arguing inside the truck too, right? Or something like that. Or I don't know. It's different stories going around. So
There's too many stories. We just need to. They need to say what the hell happened.
Yeah, they got to say what happened themselves.
I was gonna say it's all speculation at this point. All this alleged. We just trying to playing the guessing game. We're not gonna know what happened till we know.
Man, Kylie Jenner knows something, bro.
Oh yeah, she definitely knows what happened. Yeah.
They had to get her up out of there, man. Like you said,
yeah. Get him out of here.
Not a hit.
No, she was part of the story till y'all just said it, and I looked it up on multiple sources. They hiding. They hiding, baby girl. They hiding this.
Crazy.
I don't know, man. But my thing is with Tory though, I just don't know if it, like this ain't really a good look, man. Like regardless of what kind of happened, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he did get arrested for having that concealed weapon, so it doesn't really put him in the best light.
And he was having the best quarantine like break this whole time.
Yeah, no cap.
He's coming up on that quarantine radio, man.
Boy was now undefeated.
You should have stayed on IG Live.
Tory was up 28-3 in the fourth quarter.
Oh,
dang.
Crazy. Crazy.
I mean, wow. Kind of
it happens. It happens.
Right, man. But shout out to Meg. Like we said, hope she gets better. We don't like we said, we want to get some more information about this. Like, we need some more stuff, some more concrete stuff coming out about this. So hopefully in the next few days, we can get some more info. So Kwame, man, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to you, my brother. I know you got another story for us, man. What's up?
Dude, let me tell you about what's really going on with the Migos. Why? Okay, so Offset, you know, Cardi, first off, why is Offset getting his daughter a Birkin? You know what? Quavo and Saweetie, they taking GQ pictures. He bought her 2 Birkin. No, okay, not bad. Migos apparently are missing a couple millions and like was trying to do a like low-key sue with a lawyer, with the QC lawyer, because apparently they've been missing some money. So, you know, Migos trying to do it low-key. They ain't trying to put it on Broad Street. They're like, hey, bro, we just feel like, hey, this is what we owe. So they like beefing with QC out of nowhere. QC label on, you know, P come out there and he like, dang, bro, I'm really hurt that like people who careers we tried to establish, we done contributed everything, put everything into these people just for them to like treat us like this. Like, it's crazy. So like, I don't know, bro, like how y'all feel about it? I feel like it's low-key messy. Like, what's going on with the Migos count?
It's high key. Anytime lawyers get that's high key messy.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, like, it's two sides to every story. We don't know what happened between Migos and the label. We don't know. I mean, they're gonna have that day in court and they're gonna hash it out and then they're gonna come to a conclusion. But I mean, it happens. That's why, like, you getting in the business, even if it's with your kinfolk, your friends, people you really trust, make sure everything in writing, make sure that the expectations with everybody is laid out from the jump, so you ain't even got to worry about stuff like this.
Make sure you really reading them deals, man. Understanding what's really in that fine print.
Know what you
like you said, it could be something that's like in 10 years, a certain thing can start, can change ownership or something like that, man. All that stuff is very serious. You got to look out for that type of stuff. But hopefully they can work this thing out, like, especially with them being together from, you know, like for such a long period of time. They seen the Migos just come up to the success that they're in right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully this is something that they can hash out.
I think it's true. In my opinion, it seems like QC, that's his name, right? QC, whatever his name is. But it seems like Oh, what's his name? What's the dude's name? The owner? Oh, I don't know.
Talking about P.
It seemed like he's trying to play victim though, because like you said, they was trying to keep it in house, but he gonna come out of nowhere and put it all out on blast himself.
Right.
And then the Migos didn't say nothing. He said something himself, so it makes it seem like he guilty. And then in the industry and stuff, there's always something shady going on. We can see that throughout history, like going back way back then. So it's always something that you gotta look out for. People get greedy and whatnot. So it seems like it's a greed thing at this point. And they might not even need the millions, but it's more so about respect at this point. So
Me personally, I'm kind of eager to see how it's going to shape the rest of that QC label, that lineup that they got there, and how those other guys are going to feel about what comes out of this, this lawsuit, and how it moves forward with that label. Because if you look at the artists that they've signed and that they got up under them, they got some, they QC turned up the city for a minute. You feel me? So it's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out.
Man, are y'all honestly surprised? Like, think of every major artist that's been on a label the past 10, 20, 30 years, from Drake to Wayne. I mean, I remember Gucci had his big old deal with Enterprise. Like, every artist then got screwed over with a label. So I'm really not surprised. They probably did get messed up. So, baby, you've been carrying QC for a little minute, baby. Watch out.
Watch your back, man.
No, that's real. A lot of people young enter the industry, they got the talent, but they don't got the business knowledge, at least not like on the paperwork side. So, they dotting I's and crossing T's, but not really doing the right thing. And it shows in the end.
I agree, bro. So hopefully the Migos can really get this money thing situated. You feel me? Like we said, I know that we definitely heard some stuff about Quavo saying that they about to have the best album of this year and next year. So hopefully that can bring in some money, helping them bring back the culture. So we'll see what the Migos talking about, man. But we'll go ahead and get into some sports news, man. So Mr. Cam HK, go ahead and let's get into it, my brother.
Well, fellas, it has been a very, very interesting week in sports. So starting off with the NFL. Now, the Washington Redskins, I believe on Monday, decided that they were going to officially change their names from the Redskins, and there's speculation about what it'll be, looking like it may be the Red Tails in honor of the Tuskegee Airmen, which I'm hoping it does. So, fellas, beyond that, a report came out from the Washington Post about 15 women from Washington Redskins organization, cheerleaders and reporters throughout, just so much sexual misconduct that is going on in the organization. Guys, just give me your reactions to what you all read in the report. How are you guys feeling about the Redskins and Dan Snyder right now?
Bro, that junk's sick, bro. Like, bro really got history with Epps, like with Jeffrey, bro. Him, they saying Gruden part of it, like John and James.
Ooh.
They saying they were pimping them. They said bro was the reason Alex Smith got 17 surgeries. He ain't played football again. Like, I don't know, bro did a whole lot to not get that name changed, and now it look like he finna get a whole career change. Like, It's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
It's ridiculous. Like it's real. Like, just the sheer volume of women that came out. That means that they allowed a culture to exist. Probably influenced and created that culture where, this kind of behavior was acceptable. Probably went ignored for a very long time. Probably went encouraged in a lot of ways. So it's really just disgusting. People feel like they get this power and they can do whatever they want. It's really just sad.
Man,
go ahead.
No, man, I was gonna say I just think that it's very ironic that this organization is Washington D.C.'s team, man. It's just a lot of circus stuff coming out that state, man.
I didn't even think about that. I'm glad you
put
said
that together. That's genius.
Yeah, there's a lot of disgusting stuff going on.
I'm trying to tell you.
I think the thing that scares me the most is what we haven't heard, because I'm pretty sure he got a lot of non-disclosure agreements signed that
Come on, man.
stuff we'll probably never hear about. So we didn't even really get to hear a lot about Dan in the report. So just imagine all the things that he's really set up on his own and had put on his name.
Yeah.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, look at top-down leadership, too. Like, you see a lot of things that's going on right now with this pandemic and all that. And a lot of people's mindsets about masks comes from the top down, from Trump, and not him, like, downplaying the whole pandemic. So like in their organization, it's the same way. From top down, like Dan Snyder just kind of allowed this to happen, and then it created a culture from the top down. So, like, it's him. He's behind all this.
Yeah, that dude's a moron, man. I mean, it's just like it's so crazy that I remember just in the past with him just being so confident of just saying we'll never change the name. The name will never get changed. And now it really did not start really popping off until Amazon started pulling off all the Washington Redskins stuff. All these other sites started
Got that money.
away.
Then Nike changed.
Right. That's what they took it off the website. So as soon as the money in the pocket started getting hurt, all right, man. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to change the name.
Red Tails.
Come on, man.
Watch out, bro.
Wanting to change it to Red Tails. I don't know why y'all didn't say nothing earlier. Like, man,
No, but I
know
mean,
exactly what it was.
I just say that goes to show how important that the movement is right now, bro. Just continue to stay, headstrong, steadfast, and keep pushing the movement, bro. We can get a lot of these things. There's still a lot of monuments that need to be taken down and things like that, bro. So, in that same light, bro, let's just keep moving forward.
Right. No, that's real deal, man. So, Washington Redskin, well, exactly. I don't even think we should even keep referring to them as that, right?
The Washington State football team.
Yes, the Washington National Football League team. We all rooting for y'all to just get this name changed. So, Marco, go ahead and finish us off, man, with our last topic of the day and what's wrong.
Now, we all know my boy Pat Mahomes, my homeboy, done went and signed the largest contract in American sports history this past week, bro. Totaling over $503 million over the course of 12 years. All right, that's a lot of money for a young bull. You feel me? So, with that being said, that's gonna spark a movement of, it always happens. When a young bull gets paid, the rest of them gonna ask for their money, especially if they are of that caliber talent. So, what are some of the younger athletes, 25 and younger, that y'all feel like we'll see get a next major deal, possibly similar to what my homeboy's getting in any sport across the board, bro?
Deshaun Watson.
D. Watts.
I agree. That's my boy too, man.
Lamar.
I was going to say Lamar myself too, bro.
Lamar.
Yeah.
That's good.
I love to see Lamar get it. I just don't want them to tag him as that high risk. You feel me? Like he might get hurt or something because he's so mobile. They do tend to do that to our black quarterbacks like that sometimes, bro. And I don't want him to fall in that category because he's a special talent.
What y'all think about Zion?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Yes.
I don't know about Zion.
I would throw the bank at him. Yes.
The only
I'm with
thing
Cam.
about
Is he gonna be healthy?
yeah, I'm about to say it's his health, man. That's the only thing about Zion.
I'm gonna drop 25 pounds, put on some muscle, man. We're gonna see.
Have y'all seen him lately?
That boy swole, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, that boy Diesel.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't seen the camp tape yet. So
He Diesel.
Dog, no cap. Dog, done cut up.
Nah, man. Diesel. I know kind of keeping it in the basketball world, man. I actually have a name that for me, this kid right here, I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks, my brother. This boy right here on the 21, already in his second year, and they already giving him the MVP nods, the MVP consideration looks, man.
Okay.
This dude right here, a young Dirk 2.0. I mean, in your prime is in your 20s and stuff like that. And like I said, this boy is only 21. I throw him a 10-year. Great
Since
upside.
we doing that, Ice Trey. Atlanta ain't got no other stars. Get that boy the bank.
Now, that actually is that's a very good point.
Yeah.
But also, what's the furthest that he's been in the playoffs? Like, come on,
it's his
Pat
second
Mahomes.
year.
He sell tickets.
Okay.
Who you
This is
talking about,
his
Marcus?
second year.
But I'm talking about projection.
You talking about Trey?
I'm talking about Trey, because we seen Pat's done it, bro. But I feel what you're saying, though. He is young, but I just feel like they only gonna give that money out once you prove that you can carry a team so far, and it's worth building that around you.
Yeah. I agree, man. So everybody that definitely gave some good names. We definitely shout out, most importantly, again, to Mr. Patrick Mahomes. Get your money, man. It's well deserved to that man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. Guys, we're going to go ahead and get into our first break of this episode, but make sure you guys stay with us on the Never Too Late podcast, where the insight is going to always meet real talk.
Yes, sir. Oh, shoot. I did not see you right there. But since you're here, you ever felt like it was too late to get on your game? You felt like it was too late to get in your bag, though? Well, this young Marco with the NTL podcast, man. I'm here to let you know that it's never too late. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's never too late to shoot that shot. And it's definitely never too late to get in your bag, get in your stash. You dig what I'm saying? With that being said, it's never too late to copy your merch. It's never too late. Yo, we got the long sleeve, short sleeve, 100% cotton, made to give you that NTL feeling. Merch in stock. Hit us on the Instagram at the NTL podcast. Hit us in the DMs and inquire about getting your merch today. Also, hit us on the Spotify and the YouTube. You know, like, subscribe, comment. Let us know. You about to play in a minute, bro. It's never too late to get your butt tapped on the pool table. You did? I know. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and comment, man. Let us know what the streets want to hear. We're going to make sure we keep giving y'all that fire content. Love. Let go, man. Let go, man.
Welcome back to the Never Too Late podcast, that most lucrative podcast, man, where the insight is always going to be some real talk. So, guys, let's go ahead and get into our favorite segment, the recipe. Let's go ahead and let's see what we got cooking up today. So, guys, all right, man, I'm going to go ahead and set this thing up. You're in a relationship with somebody, man, you know what I'm saying, man. Everything going cool, but hit a curve, you know what I'm saying, swerve, and then y'all done broke up. Guys, is it possible to go back to being friends with somebody that you were in a relationship with, man? Like, is that possible? Can that thing work?
Nah.
Dang. well, dang. Okay.
Nah. Once you cross that bridge is built, and like you can't really cross it on a friendship base. Like you can't just cross that bridge again and think it's just gonna be cool. Like, nah, there's some special construction under that bridge now. You can't change it. So it's like you really can't go back once you already made that leap and y'all got that kind of relationship.
I think it low-key depends on how long the relationship was.
Right.
And how y'all broke up too at the same time.
Yeah, because y'all can hop in something premature and be like, dang, bro, but like, I liked you better as a friend. Like, this can still work as like friends.
True.
You gotta like give some
Good
time
point.
with it. Now, when you bring it into another random, another significant other, and like they find out you, now that's a whole another thing.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was about to say.
But like, why are you single? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
But that's not practical though, because you're not gonna be single forever. No matter who you are, you're gonna end up with somebody someday, and that y'all always gonna have that history. Like, think about it. Would you let your girl talk to or be friends with somebody that she got like history with? How would you feel about that?
I mean, we kind of talked about it already.
Go check out episode 6 of the NTL podcast.
He just making up
Right. That boy just shouting out episodes.
And we got 10 of them things. It's on one of them. Check them out.
What you saying? What you were saying, though, Jack?
No, I was just saying, like, could you really have, like, would you be cool with your girlfriend, your significant other, talking to somebody or being cool with somebody that she got real history with, like physical history with?
Like, physical history is a
part
no-go.
very important.
Yeah, that's dead.
Physical is a no-go.
Dead.
Wow, y'all are
None of
wild.
that physicality and stuff around. That's what they say. None of that.
Nah, I'm
I
cool
don't
with
know,
it, bro.
I feel like it depends, for me personally, bro. It depends on how like the relationship was started, like from jump. Because like if y'all started on that, physical attraction, you feel me? But if y'all started off having conversations, really building a friendship first before y'all jumped into that, then I feel like y'all should be able to be on a level where y'all can go back to being friends through communication personally.
I think it's. Go ahead.
No, you good. I already spoke.
I was just going to say, I just think it's honestly, like I was saying, between the two people, it's a maturity thing. Like, are you both mature enough to be okay with just being friends, not being together, but knowing that more than likely that person will end up with somebody else. For most people, I don't think they could, but I can't speak for everybody. I can just speak for myself and know I probably wouldn't be cool with it.
That's real. That's real. And
Yeah, that's a lot of factors that play into it. Like you were saying, how deep was y'all prior to? Were y'all friends beforehand before y'all even attempted to even get together? Like, it's a lot that plays into it. But once you pass that physical boundary, like you were saying, I don't know. I wouldn't be comfortable personally once you reach that physical boundary and you can try to be friends after that. And then I don't know. You Kwame, you saying you think you'd be cool with it, bro? You think you'd be cool
I'm
with
about
it?
to say, yeah, Kwame, yeah.
Yes, I would be.
You was real comfortable, real confident with that answer too, yeah.
Easily, because like if my girl not confident in our relationship in the future, if like how Jack was saying, if my girl has got a friend that used to be her ex or whatever, okay, one, I'm gonna meet the nigga. Two, y'all not spending no like one-on-one free time no more. You have a man. Like, what are we not doing that no more. Like,
I mean,
who really spends one-on-one free time with like the opposite sex when like you're in another relationship? Like, nobody's really comfortable with that.
I don't know. I feel like that in itself is pretty common. Just like we talked in the past about like having female friends and stuff. Like, you can have a friend sex hang out with.
But one-on-one time, are y'all like really like what y'all doing like one-on-one kicking it? Like, I can see like maybe a group of like her friends or something like that, maybe, and you pull up or something like that. But like, we're not going to no movies like one-on-one. We're not going on no like out to eat one-on-one. Like,
we ain't talking about going like on no
that's
dates and that. Like,
that's
you can. I mean, I have a female friend that you guys actually know, and she was in a relationship at the time, and we went out to eat together, and we also had somewhat of a past relationship before that point. Now, of course, nothing happened. We just went out to eat. We kind of hung out, and everything was cool. But like, I mean,
bueno though, like
it happened.
Jack,
Cause it could have been like that on your end, bro. You feel me? You was all good. You knew what it was. Her end, she was like, I just want to see what's up with my buddy. You feel me?
Right. So do you think that you guys can? Do you guys think that it could be you guys can allow it to be friends, or do they have to just be associates? Like, do you feel like there's a difference when it comes to that?
That's true. Associates at best. Like if y'all have, especially y'all have like a working relationship,
right,
or something like that, where you don't necessarily just have a choice. You can have like some kind of interaction and just kind of limit it, and it will work.
Exactly.
I feel like you could be friends. I feel like I can still call Shawty and she can still call me whenever. Like, I wouldn't have no problem with nothing like that. Like, we're friends. Like, that's my friend. I support you, you support me type stuff. Like, we can still be friends.
We're not talking about from the friend perspective. It's like the relationship. Like, if she got a man.
Well, I thought Nick was talking from a different perspective.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to say, those both really good perspectives, like I said, that we can actually take it both ways, right? But so for going back to Kwame's point, like how we said, just the initial, not even in a relationship, just can I be friends with somebody that I just broke up with? So it sounds like we're all kind of like, it's possible, you know what I'm saying? But it really does have a lot of things that factor into it.
But not plausible.
But,
looking at
I'm just saying, bro, it's tough because I agree with Jordan. Like it's
at the end of the day, bro, it's not gonna be plausible because like once you get somebody new, like y'all said, once you get somebody new, it's gonna be difficult to withhold that friendship. So,
man, I feel like we look over the capacity to move on very, very like we just looking over like we having it feel like maybe she has a problem with two people can be like, we don't need to be together, but I can gain something from having you in my life and be friends like that. I don't feel like we should throw that aspect of friendship away.
Oh, no, that's true.
That's a good point.
I feel like it's definitely possible to be friends with somebody that you had a past with.
Yeah, like you still funny and you can still like what if I break up with a chick, like, and then like next thing I know she a CEO of like BMW and junk like that. Like, Dang, I can't be friends with her. She can still
Right.
hook me up with the Beamer. Like,
We talking about friends though. We're not talking about associates. We talking about like friends. Y'all know
That you
like
can call
different-
home. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
friends like you hang out with. Like y'all, it's a little different between like a friend. You can call an associate like on some job stuff. Like you can
No, yeah, I'm talking about that too.
All
right, so
Let me
there's the
put this into
word.
perspective, bro.
Yeah.
A friend
Okay,
is
go
somebody you call when you going through stuff and you got your troubles going on and
You can
whatnot.
vent to them,
And
right?
you vent to them and all that stuff. If you get somebody new and they found out you calling your ex, venting to them and just trying to explain your feelings, whatever you got going on with
That's
your
another
life,
layer right there.
that's gonna be a different layer of stuff going on, man. That's why I feel like
Who is acting that hot?
I don't know, bro.
I mean, hey man, it happens out here, man. Some people, hey,
I'm saying, hey,
It's
I'm
a
saying
records
all
of folks out
possibilities,
here, man.
right? People will be
It's all
crazy out here.
possibilities, bro. All possibilities.
Man, you right. You ain't never lied about that one though.
That's fact though. That's a good,
Yeah,
that's a good point,
yeah.
my boy.
That's a good little. But I mean,
That's very hot.
it's tough.
Bro.
It's tough,
Yeah.
bro, because you can still have that platonic part of the relationship, right? You feel me? If you can just hold on to that and let go of all of the physical attraction. So I guess a better question is like, can you let go of physical attraction that you had to somebody before? Like,
I feel like
that's
you
gotta
can
see.
go,
Ooh.
but it's always that it's always in there. Like if you did it once, you can do it again, and I think that's a lot of people's barrier. And once you already kind of went over that barrier, it's very easy to go back.
Let's be real, bro.
Especially if it was built off of that, man.
That's definitely a valid point.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like I was saying, like the compatibility, like places, like you can think of like the physical, like relationships you've had with people, and like be like, this didn't really hit like when I had, like such and such with somebody. Like there's different chemistries with different people, bro. Like, and like if it don't hit like that, bro, you're not gonna be as tempted to just hop back in like the sack with said partner. You feel me?
Hey,
You're not going. You can be like, yeah, we
That's
just friends, bro.
That's true.
I ain't even trying to do you like that. Matter of fact, I know somebody that's been in a situation like this recently, and I'm not gonna speak on them partners, but like,
uh-oh.
we know them.
Yeah. So back to that.
Right. That's why I said what I said. Right.
Man, look,
Okay.
Hey, but what Gucci said, bro? Miss one, next 15 won't come in. I don't think you gotta be friends, but you can be.
That didn't fit here at all.
Yeah,
I'm
what did
about
you
to say,
just-
bro,
what are you
did you
talking
just
about?
wanted to quote Gucci, bro? Like,
Shouts out to 17.
Hey, can we mute him, please?
I was
Oh,
about
God.
to say, I see
That's
mute
what
on
we
the
doing now?
floor. I'm
That's
sorry.
wow.
Everybody okay? All right.
Man, out of here. What's he talking about?
Get him out of here.
Get your mans, dog.
This dude right
Get
here,
your man.
bro.
Oh,
Hey,
get your
man.
mans?
Yeah, I'm about to say we can go ahead and get into some get your mans that's coming up right now. So another great recipe right there, fellas. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that again. So let's go ahead and get into our last break of the day. Get your mans with Qua, Amazing Grace. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to you, my boy.
Whoa. I know you guys are enjoying the podcast, but I gotta stop it real quick just to give y'all a quick little commercial break. Y'all know who it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Nick Cross. We just want to thank everybody for all the support that we keep getting in, man. We really appreciate all the love, and shout out to all of our new listeners. Make sure that you guys are telling other people so we can keep growing this family. So make sure you guys are always following us on Instagram at NTL Podcast. On YouTube, make sure you're subscribed to us at the Never Too Late Podcast. Spell that guy all the way out. I'm telling you, make sure you do that. And also follow us on Spotify. Make sure you're staying up to date with us on all of our platforms. Guys, we also have some really great new segments that are coming up for you guys. We have one called Cam's Corner, where we're going to be diving into some more things about sports. We also got one called Top 3, where we're going to be just picking out some random categories, and then we're going to be having to list our top 3 things related to that category. So that's all I got for you guys, okay? Let's get back to the podcast and get into some Get Your Mans. Signing off, man.
Can I get a get your mans, please? Get your mans. Yes, we have another man that needs to be got. He actually got brought up in the news right now. Hey, we got Governor Agricultural Farmer Brian Kemp trying to sue Keisha Lance, used to be a judge, law school bottoms. Ain't that crazy, bro? When you got an agricultural degree and you think you can just jump the gun on all black women like that. So why is this man talking about, hey, I'm finna sue Keisha for trying to protect the Georgians? And she over here throwing stats at this man. 3,000 plus done died. Whole Georgia, we done became like top 3, top 4 in the nation. Why can we not wear masks? And Kemp is really trying to sue with taxpaying money Keisha Bottoms. Guys, can y'all please help me in getting this man?
Hey, Jordan, he went to UGA, but you
Facts.
get your mans. That's your people. You better do something about that.
Like, we don't claim you, bro. We don't claim him. His degree is null and void.
Man, don't
What
even
about-
call that dude governor no more, man.
What we call him?
Get that too. I'm mad that he really finna sue somebody that has the disease. Like, she of all people knows that this is real. She got it, like her family done got it. She really done been through it. This man ain't been through nothing and sitting here trying to sue her for protecting folks. Like, come on, man. That's beyond useless.
And then Atlanta not the only city that's doing these mandates too. There's other cities in Georgia doing it, and he didn't say nothing to them. So it's really just him being petty, in my opinion. He's just trying to get back at her and be petty. Because he knows she's right.
bro.
Yeah, bro.
Man, y'all remember what I said about Dabo? Kemp.
Straight like that.
Dumbass boy.
Yeah. You would not think this man in the same city as the CDC. You would not think. That don't make no damn sense.
Like, is he really ignoring every number that come to his office? Like, no. Let's sue these niggas.
The only number
Like,
they seeing is dollar signs and how many black people dying. They're like, okay, let's continue. Let's continue.
Man, he's a puppet, man. Y'all know his boy was he was in Georgia the other day, man. You know what I'm saying? Trump had to fly down here. That boy Kemp is definitely a Republican puppet, man. That dude, it does not make any type of sense, bro. His justification, his validating, all that, it's not there. Nothing that this guy's trying to say about it makes any type of sense, man.
You said Trump came down there? Oh,
Yeah.
let me get your mans, please. Get your mans. Hey, what is Trump doing in this office, bro? Like, so Goya really want to say, like, hey, yeah, we endorse Trump. So Trump endorsed Goya back. You can't do that in the White House.
That man had a whole photo op.
He did that? Wow.
Yes. He had
Seen
a
the
photo
picture.
op, bro, talking about some I love Goya. Like him, his daughter worked in the White House, so she can't do what, like, they this is literally against the law that, like, this is the White House. You're going against the law in the White House. Why is he still the...
It's a circus, man. I already done said it. It's a circus, bro.
Yeah, if you're trying to make it logical, you're gonna hurt your head because they threw logic out the window a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all remember what Cam said about Kemp?
Retweet.
Yeah, that gotta be a segment,
Both
bro.
And all y'all dumbass
Oh, my
Republicans that voted for him too.
Fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, I'm mad people got Trump 2020 stickers. Like 2016, I might give you a pass for that, but 2020, like, come on now.
Hell no, you ain't get no pass. You
I was about to say, 2016, Jack, you being a little lenient, bro.
I'm not talking. I'm talking about Republicans who's already leaning on their side. Like they was gonna vote anyway, but like now, like you see what he doing. Like that's a complete difference versus just voting for your party.
Man, I'm with Kanye and Caitlyn, 2024.
This
Come
man.
on, bro. Chill out.
Yeah, don't. Nah.
I'm about to say not 2020, bro.
I said 2024.
Oh, yeah, he
Y'all
said
heard me?
2024. Yeah, he
Oh,
said 2024.
2024.
My
Okay.
bad. My bad. He said 20. All right, cool.
Y'all
Not
keep it
2020.
cool, bro. Y'all
Right.
know what we going.
You
Man,
better than
I'm just sorry.
I'm about to say that T-Pain back, boy. That T-Pain.
God damn.
Oh man.
You got to keep that jump. Oh, man.
Hey, but yeah, that's it for Get Your Mans, man. Just get them.
Get them all.
Welcome back. We're going to go ahead and get to the end of another great episode of the Never Too Late podcast. So, Mr. Cam HK, if you can, my brother, go ahead and give us our word, our devotional for the day.
On this day, July 17th, devotion for today. Put your feet up. The Lord says to my Lord, sit at my right hand until I make your enemies a footstool for your feet. Psalm 110:1. What do you do with the footstool? You put your feet up on it and rest. When we face difficulties, too often, we take matters into our own hands. We all get worked up thinking, they did me wrong. I'm going to pay them back. Or our medical report is not good. We can't sleep at night. We're so uptight. But if you want God to make your enemy your footstool, you have to be still and know that He is God. When you're living upset and trying to force things to happen, God is going to let you do it on your own. It takes faith to say, God, I know you are fighting my battles. You promised it'll work out for my good, so I'm going to keep my joy and stay in peace. Now, this devotional hits home to me because I get pissed off quick. I get angry and I get frustrated and I just get thrown all out of whack. My mind's confused. So just being patient and trusting that what happens in God's timing will happen. Don't try to make it your timing because your timing is never right, but God's timing is always right. Be patient, be calm, and wait for when the God says, it's time for you to do this, and listen. Don't try to do things on your own because God will definitely give you what you ask for. So be very specific about what you say when you pray and you talk to Him. There you go.
Amen.
Hey, man, my brother. Damn, that's what
Amen.
I'm talking about, boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So,
Appreciate
fellas, let's go ahead and give a round of applause for that 10th episode, man. Big 10.
Yes, sir.
Big 10, double digits.
Hey, man, again, shout out to my boy Warner. Didn't make it in last, but we gonna make it in this time. Warner went crazy.
Shout out, man. We tried to tell you.
Had to give him time to marinate, man.
Absolutely, bro. But yeah, man, like you said, shout out to Warner. Shout out again, like I was saying, to the 10th episode. We appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us, man, as always, bro. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube at the Never Too Late podcast. Make sure you spell that guy all the way out. Make sure you're following us on Spotify. Make sure you get your merch. Shout out to the merch as always, man. And unless y'all got something else to say, man, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. It's Mr. Nick J. Cross.
Website coming soon.
So, signing off, man, for another great episode of that Never Too Late podcast. It's your boy, Mr. Nick to the J. Cross.
It's your boy Cam HK. Make sure you check into all your loved ones, man.
It's your boy Jack. Wear a damn mask, man. You grown.
It's your boy Jay here. Tell your friends, send the link out to them too.
Young boy, young Marco, man. We got the website coming soon. Make sure you get your merch.
And it's Kwamazing. Nah, let me really talk about this real quick. I know a lot of y'all did not know, but I was tested positive for COVID-19, man. So like Cam said, man, check on your levels, pray for them and everything, bro. You never know when it'll hit you. And like, luckily, I mean, thank God, like I just got my results back and I tested negative the second time. So now all it is to do is for me to, you know, give blood and everything. But y'all, it's real. Like, don't think that it's a joke. This is real out here, man. Y'all be safe. Like Jack said, but wear a mask, man. This Kwamazing Grace, I'm out.